Okay, man.
Damn.
Look in the middle until it's done.
Mission confirmed. That's crazy.
You can find me on DoorDash, and hopefully you get me.
You rubbing that knee is nasty, nigga. That's nasty.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were acknowledging that you were of the elder race, but you can find me at
The elder race.
It's giving me everything I need. When Cyclops said, give them the forecast, I got wet. I did.
All right, Zelmay, you're under her. You're next.
Yes! I mean, chicken.
Wait a minute!
Yo, what's good? Back a little early. Another episode of Make It Make Sense, the podcast with your host, the one and only Monray Hudson. And of course, stories this important and crucial cannot be done alone. So we had to add the crew of colorful collective people. First and foremost, speaking of colorful, he has the Spider-Man in the background. And of course, Unico Williams.
What's good, everybody? I had a bad last night, man. My Pacers and my Lakers lost last night. So it's just been kind of a tough waking up, starting my day kind of thing. But I'm glad to be here with y'all.
And then, of course, underneath him, we do have the
Rip it.
Sun-Kissed waifu. She's muted. She don't want y'all to talk.
Yeah,
to her.
I was gonna say she's muted. She doesn't realize it though.
She don't like y'all.
There we go. Oh, don't tell that lie. Oh, please don't tell that lie. We do not put words in my mouth, okay? There's some things in my mouth that's just not words.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Lord have mercy.
Ooh.
And then, of course, as you heard the debauchery come out already, it's the Afro Comedy 765, the logo that was done back.
You already know your local neighborhood to come back here to give folks their daily dose of back same gimmick, different day, all gas, no breaks, cold hard, hot takes, and everything that comes with it. You niggas know the spiel.
Look, y'all been hearing about
broadcasting school. I like it.
Y'all been hearing about it all week. You already know what this is going to be about. There's some layers to it. It's pretty crucial, but so
Uncle Trick,
just to give you a nice timeline. If I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure Unico Williams, Afro Comedy, will keep me up to par if I'm wrong anytime. Things of that nature. So, if you haven't been aware, a pretty famous, popular social media and podcast and sports figure known as Shannon Sharpe. He has been on ESPN recently for about the past year or so. And before then, he was on NFL Today, Undisputed, on Fox. And recently, he now faces a lawsuit for $50 million about sexual assault allegations. Pretty serious, saying the things that he's supposedly done. And at first, when this was put out last week, the accuser did not know who the accuser was. Previously, just known as Jane Doe. One of the first things Shannon decided to do was try to come out and be ahead of it. So shortly after this, he put out a video saying, that he's being basically attacked by the representative of this accuser, Tony Busby. So
Tony Busby strikes again.
Of what he said, that you watch for yourself.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Thanks.
So he decided to come out and try to get ahead of it, basically saying, yeah, I'm being shaken down, being attacked by Tony Busby. And if you don't know who Tony Busby is a relatively recently well-known, high-profile lawyer who recently has went after very high-profile cases, mostly known for the Jay-Z case that's now mostly been exposed as fake, and he's being countersued by Jay-Z currently. And now he has another accuser going after a high-profile African-American person. And Shannon Sharpe alleges that, they're trying to make sure shaking it down. Now, previous to all of this, Shannon's team did offer this Jane Doe $10 million, not file a lawsuit. Basically, a settlement outside of the settlement. Don't go forward with the lawsuit. Give you $10 million, confidentiality. All this gets put under the rug. Nobody knows anything. And they did not accept this. They didn't accept $10 million, instead choosing to go forward with the lawsuit. So even Busby just going out saying that this is true. They even confirmed that it's true. They did offer it, but they wanted to go forward. Now he's saying that Shannon and the rest of them are trying to discredit and dox her. By dox her basically means that they're going to try to reveal her information, let the public media take effect. And they did, because they revealed that this woman is not Jane Doe anymore. She is Miss Gabrielle Zuniga, which is the person who has an OnlyFans. Which we now see her age. We see the discretion between the two, that she's currently 21, I think.
I think she's 22.
But around the time when her and Shannon met up, initially all this started,
We
she
wouldn't have this issue if niggas wasn't cradle robbers.
Listen, yo, she was legal. We can't have this argument.
No,
it's not a
get on board.
No, I can't get on board with that, yo, because that's a look.
Are we making it the topic?
Yeah, let's just keep going. My bad.
Yeah, no problem. I already know that everybody's gonna have their opinions and everything's gonna go crazy. I already know this is gonna go this way. I'm trying to get all the information out so everybody can get a full understanding and make their own then court of a public opinion. But basically, yes. So supposedly they met in the gym. He approached her, got a relationship started from that point there, and it went on over the course of about 2 to 3 years. Basically had a consensual BDSM arrangement and he says the source is closer around maybe like 100 times over the course of 2 to 3 years. And she says over this point that there was a point where he went too far, didn't consent to it, but he claimed this was consensual, and it basically turns into a lot of he say, she say. But as a result, things have come out that ultimately forced Shannon to have a temporary leave from ESPN. So as of right now, he put out a statement that basically is saying that, I gave the truth, everything was consensual, but as of right now, because of this situation, I'm stepping away from ESPN, and he doesn't expect to be back, at least from his statement, until the beginning of the preseason, which is August, which is like a 4-month break. Even though in my mind, this is not just I'm choosing to leave. This is more like you were pushed to leave, by possibly Disney and ESPN higher ups. But
nigga got suspended.
As a result of this, after the he say, she say, many things have come out between these two people. She, put out a audio clip supposedly of Shannon threatening her.
He said, I choke the shit out of you. Don't you call me no bitch. I was like, yeah, Uncle Shay, talk to her.
I'm laughing at the after coming out. Yes.
It was said, not what was
come out, things that he has said. But the clips are a bit questionable because
the clips read like a fucking setup, bro.
Yeah, the clips read like a setup, possibly that they've been edited, because their clips, of course, possibly they may be more edited to put parts together, things maybe taken out of context. We don't know. But I'll give you an example of one of the audio clips. I do have one here. You can.
Is it the choker? Is it the one where he says, "I'll choke you"?
It's one of them. I'll let you.
Well, what, Gabby?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what you did to me.
Okay, well...
Well, what?
That shit don't sound like an AI setup call.
But people are already, basically.
It does. Like that whole thing was bullshit.
There's parts of it that seem like they edited together. It doesn't sound like a natural phone call. There's a lot of pauses in between. Tones are different. Like a lot of people are saying it doesn't sound natural or real.
It was bullshit.
In a lot of ways.
If Uncle was smarter, he'd say that's just AI.
And follow up to that, not follow up, but alongside that, Shannon and his crew did text messages have come out.
Oh yeah, freaky ass nigga.
Everything that she was asking for everything, and then some other text messages came from her saying like, "No, you went too far in this aspect."
Don't forget, she made 10 bands off the Michelle situation, yo.
Just a few examples. This is the one where she basically said, like, I did not consent to you doing X, Y, Z.
I didn't consent to you putting it in my ass. Let's be frank with the folks.
AZZ, not ABC. AZZ.
So, messages like this. There's other text messages of her asking, I want to be tied up and had things done to. In that aspect, there's other text messages, her asking, I want to be this done for you, some hardcore action. So it's a lot of you say this and I say
Wait.
this.
You want hardcore action, but you don't want to be choked? I need you to make it make sense.
So that's what we're here for. So
that is why we're here.
Just back and forth. And this also did go back to a previous allegation that Shannon had from his girlfriend. Her saying, like, I put out this lawsuit against him as well, but this one more or less got pushed under and taken care of behind the scenes to where it didn't go that much further. And it's a lot. So that's a pretty decent, solid rundown of everything.
I just want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for hearing a victim out if you're a victim for real. Not all this I'm gonna make money grab type shit. The evidence that's coming up, bitch, please. I know you fucking lying. Like, no, who's supposed to believe that?
No, listen, people might believe it though.
Nah.
If he didn't think that he had a chance of losing the case, he wouldn't have went for the settlement to begin with. If we're being completely honest, yo.
As he says, and to be fair, this is a true statement, but it has to be taken in context. Settlements don't equal guilt.
No, not at all.
Celebrities do try to go for settlements just so that this kind of stuff don't reach the court of public opinion at all.
Hey, don't you go disrespecting Sean Combs, okay? That man's a victim.
Bandit is behind bars for a reason.
Because a lot of people
he gonna be out. He gonna slide right through the bars. You don't have that kind of baby oil or not.
Because even like, for example, of this, even if Shannon, is found to not be guilty of any of this or something of that nature, his image still takes a hit just on the stuff we found out about him, how freaky he is, all that kind of mess. And places like Disney, Image is everything.
He's
They do
freaky
not
like
play.
that, though.
Man, we ain't gonna act like Disney ain't freaky as fuck too, nigga. Come on.
We're also talking about the same Disney that got rid of Kane the Conqueror.
Jonathan Major. They got rid of Jonathan Major too.
We're going. Wait till my segment comes up. We'll
Your
talk.
segment was
We'll
actually
talk all
first,
about
so
it.
Have at it.
I want y'all to go back to the episode to know that this is where this catchphrase comes from, and I'm not talking to anybody on the panel, but here it goes. Quote, okay, here's T, bitch. So this is what's going on. Shannon Sharpe has determined himself to be a fan. He is a fan. And actually, I spent the last couple of weeks trying to understand why these older black guys from rural areas in the South, why they are succumbing themselves to women of the lighter persuasion. Now, Gabby.
Come on now, let's not. I wouldn't be here without interracial relations. Come on.
You know that's an uncle right there, Gabby. Now, the way he said Gabby, let me know he don't know. He ain't been around nobody named Gabrielle the right way down there in southern rural Georgia. But here's what's going on here. Shannon Sharpe, Uncle Shay, I love him. But he's got, I don't know what's going on, if it's a technology thing or if he don't know how to really move in this world that we're in. Maybe, I don't know. What did they do in the 90s when he was a Hall of Famer tight end? Dude.
They didn't have the internet and readily
recorded on a.
Do y'all think he did some? Do y'all think? Yeah, like I feel like there's a VHS somewhere out there.
Yo, that's crazy. Think about how fucking big. Think about how fucking big a VHS camera is, nigga.
Jesus.
You gonna know? There ain't no hiding that shit.
There's a red. All we know is there's a red small dot somewhere in a plant somewhere. That's what we know about VHS. But nowadays, come on, Unc, you done got popped off with Michelle. Let's not forget about Michelle.
Michelle cost him $10,000 to Gabby.
Man, listen. Okay, so this is where we need to go. How do we really feel about sex at this point in time, and how we do it, and how we perceive it, and how we love it, and how we don't love it, or how we best enjoy it? We need to talk about that, because Uncle Shay, because Uncle Shay he's clearly into what he's into.
Y'all niggas quit kink shaping Shannon Sharpe. Let that man be. As long as ain't nobody getting hurt, let niggas be freaky.
Like me personally, from a sexual standpoint, is
gay as hell.
I've been told I'm gay, but the next step in the parade is I just be having regular ass, like, feels good to me sex, right?
As you should.
Oh, you're vanilla. Okay, I'm here.
But like, okay, I have heard the choke means. I've heard that. But you
choke with a U, not with a V, folks. You choke with a V when you're trying to kill somebody.
It's really more of a
crush the windpipe.
It's really more of a look. You don't actually do it. It's more of the look. You don't actually do it. Now,
no, you do. You definitely really do choke bitches. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
Don't put your hand there, because then I'm gonna be mad as fuck. No.
I was gonna say, don't no bitch want you to gently lay your hand across her windpipe, bro. Like I said, you
don't say gently lay my hand across my windpipe. You don't say that. You say choke me, but you don't actually do it.
No, you do it. You just don't choke them. A V is going to actually do damage to the larynx and windpipe. The U, exactly.
Not right here.
like
damn, Joe, you a vanilla ass nigga. I didn't even know. I thought maybe you had some freak in there somewhere. That's crazy.
I'm cool with
this nigga bland as hell. That's fucked up.
I just feel like, okay, let's get back to Uncle Shay. Let's get off of me. I don't even.
No, we're talking about Uncle Joe now.
At this point, I don't even know what I like anymore, because, like, what the fuck, dude?
We talking about Uncle Joe now, yo. So you ain't choking bitches.
What's your point?
Man, dude, they be ready to put a case on you, man. And
no, see, then you ain't choking them right. You be using a V and not a U, nigga. If you about ready to get charges put on you, you ain't choking them right.
This versus this, This
person, it's this, not this. This is to actually kill them. This is I'm a freaky nigga, and I want to give you slight autoerotic asphyxiation.
Okay, I've done that. I've done the U before then. I understand.
Okay, the V is when you're trying to kill a bitch.
Not this area. You don't want to do this area here.
Okay.
Yes, you're not. Okay. Like Mom Ray said, freaky ass nigga. You grab at the sides, not at the middle.
Right, yeah, like that back neck muscle part, like right, like where there's actual muscle.
Yeah, yes, your fingers want to be resting on her neck muscle. Yes,
exactly. Okay, I know about that. What I'm saying is, like, I feel like they cut this audio up though to make it seem like
they chopped the shit out of this.
You can tell they chopped it. You can tell they edited it, dude. You can tell they edited it.
Screwed.
Because he was like, "You want me to?"
DJ Screw would be proud.
Big black man chokes white woman. Man, there was so much cut out of that. There's so much.
There was so much context that was missing from that part of the conversation.
Stop. Big black man chokes small white woman. You don't say that right after something.
Look, as a larger half black man that has choked some smaller white women, you don't just go around saying that shit.
That's fair. So that's where I'm at. That's T. Listen, Uncle Shay was on some freaky ass shit. It is.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't have a. That's fine, especially if it's 100% consensual. Which it sounds like it was, but it sounds like to me, like.
Yo, you see them texts? It was consensual. She was trying to get.
And this has been going on for years.
It sounded to me.
Yeah, like 2 years. He met her when she was 20. She's 22 now.
So
I feel like that wasn't her first time.
Now we have an issue with some shit.
That wasn't her first time.
Well, she realized she wasn't getting a ring, and she realized she wasn't the baby gravy text. Shannon Sharpe, the only nigga calling it baby gravy. Shout out to him. She realized she wasn't getting a ring. She realized she wasn't getting a baby. So what's the next way to ensure you get some money? You shoot a nigga.
But for context for Sun Kiss goes, supposedly it got to the point where
he wants to put a big black baby in her.
It got to the point where he was starting to like pay her more, for the meetups and stuff. Even like I think it's a text message talking about it's a certain amount of money per cheek. And it got to the point where he stopped it. This is supposedly what happened. He stopped it when she started to charge him for $25K per meetup, I think, and that's when supposedly he stopped it. And then another point to mention is that when he was in talks to be about to get this $100 million contract for his podcast, $100 million contract, that's supposedly when she dropped this lawsuit for 50 for half of it. So that's supposedly, because they saying like the timing of this is so convenient that when he announced that he's about to get $100 million, now you immediately want 50 and you turn that.
So she in her feelings because she got greedy and he cut her off.
Possibly. Like I said,
that's what it sounds like.
Possibly.
Is there a space where he was laying there with his 55 and plus ass with this younger girl laying there just talking to her, said, Gabby, they finna give me $100 million. And then the wheel start. I feel like that's what, like, he told her. I feel like he might have told her.
I hope he didn't.
I'm $100 million nigga.
But Sunkiss,
yo, $100 million nigga is diabolical.
Sunkiss, you're up.
Stephen A. Smith, he might be.
Talk to us, Queen. Give us the female perspective.
No, because like I said earlier, normally I will give the victim the benefit of the doubt, but the way this is playing out, it sounds like she was fucking with somebody who was of status. She probably had some friends like, "Ooh, girl, you know that you could get X, Y, and Z," and she listened to Shay and was like, "Ooh, I could get X, Y, and Z. Let me go and try it." And as soon as she upped her prices, and I feel like everybody should get paid what they're worth, but bitch, $25K for what?
Well, if you're looking at it from her perspective, and she's making, I'm not sure where she falls in the percentile of OnlyFans content creators, But
I think that's important. That's important data. That's actually important data.
25
If she's top
25 grand.
Wait,
I was gonna say if she's point zero something percent,
so
she's making 100 grand a fuck easy if she's top point something percent.
We want to know that. That's actually really crucial information.
So what we're talking about is prostitution, and this isn't even just grown people linking up.
Oh, whoa! That's a tough word.
Sex work. No, hold on. Listen, OnlyFans, in a sense, it's sex work. You know what else we call sex work? Slutting.
I've seen $13.49.
A sex worker is a sex worker.
And fucking for $25K.
I've seen $13.49.
If she's in that upper percentile bracket, she's been fucking for 6 figures a month.
But what that got to do with him unless she's posting content?
Well, no. Listen, what if OnlyFans girls, she might be able to offer something. We don't know. He could be in that bitch fucking forearm deep every night, yo. She could be one of them freaky bitches. He could be wearing her as a glove for all we know. That's going to cost a little bit more. That's going to cost a little bit more than the fucking random rub and tug at the truck stop. You know what I mean?
Yo, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And
we went 25 minutes without one of those. Damn.
And it ain't even my turn yet.
That part. Oh, now I feel like it's a bunch of
I need to get on
going on. I think she got greedy. And it's like, if you are already in this percentile, why do you have to charge this man this much to look at your feet or whatever the fuck y'all do? I don't know what y'all do behind closed doors.
Because he old as fuck, man. That's what he do. He's like, well, I got it.
I was gonna say, it ain't. You know what they say? It ain't tricking if you got it.
What, Monk? What? Hold on. And this is my last thing. I'm gonna let y'all speak. I'm not gonna say nothing else until y'all ask me to.
That's a lie. But go ahead.
Nick Young said it best. He said that.
Is that Swaggy P?
He said Uncle Shay was using the thing that talked for him, that talked to Texas. It was like, yeah, tell the bitch I'm gonna choke the fuck out of her. And that's how it happened. That's how this happened. ChatGPT just fucked off her. And tell the bitch I'm gonna choke the shit out of her.
I mean, she ain't no different than these females who go out to these senior citizen homes trying to get put in the wheel. That's all I'm saying.
And get in where you fit in.
From
I've
watched and I've seen their post for a while. Miss Daphne Sutton, Miss Accountability from Instagram and stuff. I've seen a bunch of her content. She made a post connecting to this. I'm gonna see how it's felt. Her post is: real victims of assault typically seek criminal conviction so that the predator cannot reoffend. I've noticed that the majority of women pursue millions of dollars by suing for allegedly being assaulted. They know that a celebrity often doesn't have time to be in court. Let's say they settle, the liar receives the money, the alleged monster is still free. What did you do to help others? They go for money because they're liars. I'm sick of women lying on men and receiving only slaps on the wrist. Men have them sign consent forms. Understand, many women are financially struggling and will do whatever it takes to get paid, even if it means lying about.
Yes and no. Yes and fucking no.
Have at it.
I'm not touching this one.
Thank God I'm working through therapy because
it's a fine line. Victim shaming is a fine line.
I can't touch
real victims? Bitch, what? Excuse you? For those who can't,
I think she means someone who's been legitimately victimized.
Yeah,
I kind of understood that point.
I'm letting that.
No, I was talking to Kami on that one. So, I've been a victim of that assault, and let's just say, after so long, DNA and all this shit, it goes. You clean yourself, whatever. You don't want to be bothered. But that mentally stays with you. Now, if you can't get it criminally because evidence is gone, go for it financially. Hit them where it hurts. If you can. Again, for the people who have really experienced this shit, because that shit does not go away overnight. This happened over 2 decades ago, and I'm still triggered. which is why I'm in therapy. So
go to therapy, niggas. It's important.
Shit like this, ma'am. Please sit down and shut the fuck up, please. Please. I'm not saying women ain't out here lying.
I think she's got a point, though. Honestly, I really do. I think that you let the word real trigger you, if I'm being completely honest. I think she's come across.
It's problematic. But again, I did say there are some women out there who lie. Now, it could be.
What do you find wrong with what she said, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I don't see anything wrong in what she's posted. Like, I don't see the problem with it, and you seem to have a problem with it. So I'm trying to see what your problem with it is.
Okay, so breaking it down line by line, real victims of sexual assault typically seek criminal convictions so that the predator cannot be reoffend. Okay, cool.
That's logical. Yes.
Okay, cool. I've noticed the majority of women being sexually pursue millions of dollars. A majority of women aren't being assaulted by people who have millions of dollars, for one.
No, but I think she's saying the majority of women that have allegedly been sexually assaulted by these
is what you're saying.
Yeah, I believe that. I don't think that she's saying, oh, the little girl that was touched by her uncle or fucking, you know what I mean? I don't think she's saying, oh, she's out here trying to get $1. I think that she's saying that, and I find this to be true. In this day and age, the majority of the lawsuits that we see for sexual assault or any sort of domestic violence of any sort is mostly for monetary gain. It's not to seek a prosecution or to, you know what I mean? And that optic, that's how stereotypes are built, you know? Yeah, after so long, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying with that. But what I'm saying is optically, it does look a little crazy because some of these situations, not all of these situations are, oh, I waited years to come forward. And sometimes that is the case. But I think that this is a well put together post and it makes sense. That's all I was saying.
I have my qualms with it. But again, there are bitches out there, and I won't say females, I won't say women. There are bitches out there who do lie. Whether it's, oh, he disrespected me, he called me out my name, and people get hurt over bitches lying. So we will admit that is the thing.
I just want to make sure to get like some opinions about, you know, statements or thoughts like these. Not saying
it's good to see what the collective consciousness is weighing in on it, though. That's part of why we do what we do. It's for the audience, so it's good to see what the public has to say about it.
And finally, the Afro comment, you may speak your piece on the Shannon situation and whatever.
This is very simple. Uncle Shay, he's getting older. He was looking for that ego boost. What better way to get your ego boosted to get a fine young thing beneath you? You know what I mean?
Wrong word, but okay.
But listen, yo, it was fine enough for him to apparently to be spending $25K when he had Miss Big Nasty in his comments ready to thug it out for free. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Thug it out for free is crazy.
Here's something but I'm with it though. Comment on as well, because people also bring up the fact that Shannon was warned about this on his own show.
Oh yeah, Monique.
By who? By who? A whole bitch.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
You see Jonathan Majors, what he went through, Marvel dropped him as soon as the conviction came out. And you were telling the
Hey, you saw that black woman come get his charge cut in half? Thank you, Megan Good. God bless you, coming to save that slave. If he'd had to be there by himself, he was getting all four. Guilty. She came in there, was just so beautiful, they had to knock half of it off. Bless his heart.
What do you think about this cancel culture? You see the situation with Jonathan Majors?
No, Kat said the truth was coming to life. But no, I think literally, yo, he might have just made let his ego cost him $50 million, yo. Because like, even though all this stuff looks crazy, it feels edited. It feels like AI. At the end of the day, it's gonna, if it goes to court, it's gonna be up to a jury. You know what I mean? It's gonna be up to a judge, since it's gonna be a civil matter and not an actual criminal case. So it'll be up to a judge. You know what I mean? I think that he literally, he just, you could have found something different, yo. You didn't have to. You picked an OnlyFans girl, and one thing I've noticed about freaking OnlyFans models in general, yo, they're very fiscally smart, yo. They know where the money's at. They know how to acquire said money. There's a reason why the top 0.0 whatever percent of OnlyFans creators are making fucking 9 figures in a year. You know what I mean? That's not just by chance. You want to pay me 9 figures to fuck? I'm plastering my cock all over the place, guaranteed, no questions. But I think he was trying to get his little freak thing on, and it sort of backfired on him. Hopefully, freaking he wins this case and she doesn't end up costing him any money. But like, the damage is sort of already done in the court of public opinion to a certain extent. So like, the most he can do now is hope to save his wallet a little bit, and maybe the pendulum swung back far enough from cancel culture to fucking where sometimes it's okay to be like, yo, this bitch is in it for a cash grab, yo. It's not automatically victim shaming. Sometimes fucking a spade's a spade.
I see you want to add something in there right quick. The only thing I will say is no criminal charges have been filed against him.
Exactly. It's a civil matter.
Filed against him as of right now. But Unico, got something.
If I may speak on something that's very relevant right now, which is dude, let me hit that beat, bro. And also something that's very relevant at this time, Shadur Sanders. Can I speak about like just the semblance of that?
Who the fuck is that?
I'll tell you real quick. I'm looking at the tape. I'm looking at the film. And sometimes people don't pop out to you unless you have the certain things around you, right? And I'm looking at Shannon Sharpe and what he does. He needs Stephen A. Smith. He needs Skip Bayless to bounce off of and say the things that he's saying. So without having that kind of machine behind him with that personality, like I watch him with Sorry, I don't like Nightcap. I really don't. I try and watch it. I don't like Nightcap.
It has funny clips.
They're great at making clips. They have little quick clips about Unc doing something probably sexual. Unc, you got them rhinos, don't you, Unc?
He should have fucked on Miss B Nasty, yo.
Be nasty.
He could have. He may have went through a few extra towels that night, but it wouldn't have costed him $50 million.
Oh. Shout out to Miss B Nasty. Shout out to Veterans Day. Shout out to Memorial Day. All that.
She's the best veteran ever, yo.
Shout out to that 100%. Shout out to Pinky. Shout out to Roxy Reynolds. Shout out to Capri Styles. And the list goes on. Shout out to Skin Diamond.
Damn, some old hoes.
Shout out to Skin Diamond. Shout out to Luna Star. Shout out to anyway. What I need y'all to know is this, though.
Yo, you got the freaky old Unc catalog of fucking porn stars, bro. That's crazy.
And that's why I know. And that's why I know what he's doing right now. He's doing too much. You got to keep that on the low. Whatever you're doing, when you do that crazy shit, man, you can't say that shit on text messages. You can't talk that way to people. You got to be in person. If they taping you out, you got a case there. But you can always say that, hey, man, you got to just film folk. But what I'm trying to say is this. Unc is tripping. And I hope that he learned his lesson in regards to this. I hope he don't lose $50 million.
I was gonna say, I hope it don't cost him $50 million to learn the lesson.
That's great. The fact he offered $10 million is crazy in itself, if that's true. Now,
but it does make sense though, because if you pay the $10 million and the story doesn't come out, that saves you in the long run from having to deal with corporate entities not liking the look.
I'm just
think he could be in the right now. And what if Disney don't pick him back up? What if ESPN's like, I'm cool? Even though you didn't do it in the court of law, fucking the optics were too crazy.
Absolutely.
So 10 million makes sense in that regard.
I think that optic is already coming on because
you already got the Michelle situation.
Pirates of the Caribbean gone.
He also
had
the leaked Instagram
Chang Walker gone. That didn't come back. Nigga, there's no coming back from this.
So the semblance I'm trying to make is between Shadur Sanders and Uncle Shay is that Shadur Sanders highlights don't come without Travis Hunter. And Shannon Sharpe doesn't have highlights without Skip Bayless or Stephen A. Smith. That's all I'm trying to say. So if he's going to move his machine forward instead of just getting his pension from the NFL for being a tight end, a Hall of Fame tight end, he's going to need to clean this up, man. He's got caught in too many freaky ass nigga tails right now, bro, and that's going to hurt him. So he's got to fix this. If he doesn't, I fear we will not see Shannon Sharpe other than what he does. But he's not getting $100 million because they're going to say, bro, you got a case. You got a weird case going on right now. Correct?
Why are you around? Why are you around?
I would say
they gonna lowball him. You said you want $100 million.
Crazy.
I got that $10 million that you was gonna get that girl. So go ahead and give it to her, and then that's
The
what you're gonna
line
get paid to
between
do a 5-year deal.
And the line between the shade room. If you look at them too, they telling us the same thing, but it's all about how it's worded.
That's the media.
Hold on. The two who?
No, right here on our screen, TMZ. Look at what they put. And then
look at the shade room.
And then the shade room. Okay. I'm with you. I'm sorry. I got you. I'm with you now.
One of those is ran by a black woman. One of them is ran by a Jewish gay guy.
There's
some
discrepancies here.
But I will say, in connection to what Unico was saying, that this be my opinion. If he disproves her to the point of like Jay-Z, where like I can emphatically show with proof, like, look, that didn't happen, which is gonna be really hard. But if he does it like that, then I do think more or less he can come back and be okay. They'll just know like he's very freaky. And like, so the school of public opinion is not going to outright. You're gonna call it. It is weird. Like 50s to 19s. Like, come on, that is weird. So, and both ways, being fair, both ways, that's weird.
Oh, absolutely.
Him to her and her to him.
There'll be issues for sure.
But regardless of that's something that they'll accept and come back from. If he has to pay her, I'm just gonna be real. If he had to pay her,
he's cooked.
He might not come back.
He's cooked. He's cooked. If he loses the lawsuit, he's cooked.
Outright has to pay her. I think he's done. Like, just at least from ESPN wise, that he's not gonna be able to. They'll be like, okay, I couldn't emphatically disprove her to the point where I couldn't pay her. So Disney be like, oh well, basically, even though settlement don't equal guilt, it looks guilty that you had to pay her.
Optics are everything, yo. I say it all the time.
Well, can we really put you back on at 9 a.m. in the morning next to Stephen A. Smith like that? So outright,
$100 million against next to $100 million. Next to $100 million.
Because like right now it's looking like if everything goes through and they don't no cutting or nothing, he just have to pay her. Let's say 20, 25. Let's just say 20. He got to pay her $20 million. That ain't gonna look good. It's just no matter how you look at it, it's not gonna look good. And they're gonna be like, well, I don't know if we can just let you just straight up get played like that and pay 20 and then we come back and pay you 100. And just
nigga need to get an immediate defamation lawsuit is what's needed.
I flat out think if he has to pay
her
huge amount of money and all that, I think he done.
Yes, sir.
Maybe not done so much and like you'll never see him on YouTube or something like that again. But
it just won't be
he was rising.
Yeah, it just won't be this giant corporate entity.
His own podcast got viral. Then he went to ESPN, the biggest sports show on TV mostly. He was rising. And
Pat McAfee might pick him up, maybe. Just a spicy.
Yeah, I think Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharpe would be a hilarious duo.
I think that Shay would go on Pat McAfee, but Pat, he got to say Pat.
I don't know if Uncle Shay Shay's built. You think Uncle Shay Shay's built for Indianapolis?
That old girl for trying to finesse him.
Yeah, he good for Indianapolis.
He could have had his own televised podcast, on TV, his own slot. You might get into that.
Greenwood. He got Greenwood. He got Noblesville. He got Carmel. He got all the surrounding cities in Indianapolis, Indiana. He got He got all the Gabbies he wants.
Like you couldn't to me before this, you couldn't tell me he probably wasn't on his way to like the Los Angeles Lakers sponsoring some part of a podcast, something like that.
Absolutely.
He was making a beat.
Absolutely. Agreed. Who's his NFL team? Because maybe the Broncos might got something that's may want a word with him. He loves Aaron Rodgers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's a lot of people that's going to attach themselves to Shannon Sharpe's voice. So I'm here. Shay found a down south restaurant. What in Indianapolis?
Last time he was in NAP.
Oh yeah. Man, shout out to Southern Bell, Southern Kitchen. Shout out to Southern Kitchen down in Indianapolis. Man, big business.
Any guy that got any final thoughts? Going once.
Man, rich black men, please stop letting these single white snow bunnies play y'all out of millions. That's crazy.
This is my final thought.
Y'all dicks betray y'all. How about that?
Okay, I'm gonna give you that. This is my final thought, and I want everybody to think on this because this isn't the question I've had over the last week. What is it about older black men from the South that's between 45 to 105? Where they just got to get with them a white woman. And
it's the ancestors. It is the ancestors pushing them to fucking get sexual reparations. Like go knock down Massa's daughter for the cause.
And that's felt, but after you have millions of dollars, you don't get what you know. You don't get what you know. Old woman that's gonna make you old good old sweet potato
you got
pop.
money. It's time to be. You got mad money. It's time to be free.
You don't want no good old fried chicken. You don't want somebody that just.
No, he looking for that avocado toast nigga with the dog collar.
I want to sit on that porch. Do you hear me? Sit on that porch and lean in my rocking chair when I'm.
No, he trying to sit in that sex swing and tie her up crazy. What you talking about,
bro? You not Ja Morant. You not. Who's the? You ain't.
Y'all think he wore that green tracksuit? He was like around her. Was he wearing that tracksuit, yo? With the attaché case.
All I'm saying is, bro, stop trying to live like
nice satchel.
You ain't Anthony Davis.
I guess that's
the case is just nigga go to Las Vegas and just go to a regular whorehouse, bro. Quit playing with these goddamn OnlyFans models like
that
regular.
I saw online like he was better off just going for like.
Bro said regular whorehouse
or somebody known to give or just haven't signed a non-disclosure agreement. A different thing.
Right.
Yo, at the brothels, there's an NDA at the door. Yo, you're good either way.
You know what? It might have been his Denver Broncos time that made him swerve towards that lighter persuasion. Maybe that's.
I was say there's a whole lot of crackers in Denver.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You should have been more worried about ginkgo biloba than Viagra. That's all I'm saying.
He need to be
prioritize, my guy. Prioritize.
He need to use the Jonathan Majors. He need to use the Jonathan Majors to go get with him a sweet older black woman and go about his business.
No, he should because what if that's not what he likes?
Should he still be banging young 19-year-old, 20-year-old chicks, or should he be going about
if that's what he likes? I think you should do what you like as long as you're not hurting nobody.
Should is going to be subjective, especially when it comes to that big of a gap. But
that's
as long as it's legal, and no one's getting hurt, who am I to judge?
Can I get y'all thoughts on Bill Belichick and his girlfriend? Can y'all say that? Can we talk about that? 73 versus like what? How old is the girl? Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, he was the ex-coach of the Patriots. So he has a girlfriend now that is after his wife passed away. That was in her 70s too. How old is
he held it down. He held it down.
Like, look, this is not the first time that crazy things have been exposed. Like, you remember when nothing against Patriots.
That's the first thing.
Like, you remember when like Robert Kraft got caught in the whole masseuse thing and would like look like we
that's the first thing.
Gaps in age and stuff like that. Please.
That's the first thing that pops up when you type up Bill Belichick. It says girlfriend age. Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, is 24 years old. Bill Belichick is 72 years old, creating a 48-year age gap. 48, man, nigga, that's a whole civil war, my nigga.
You already had a midlife crisis.
Civil War did not last that long. The Civil War did not last that long, Joe. I'm sorry to tell you.
Revolutionary War.
No.
Irish and English war? Like what are we doing?
No, that nigga's 70 something, yo. He's in the twilight of his life. If he's trying to fuck on young bitches, who are we to tell him no?
I don't think it's okay for you to be approaching retirement age and your partner is just now being born.
But listen, I think as long as everyone me personally, I think as long as everyone is of legal age and everyone's consent and everything's consensual, it's none of my fucking business.
You can't really say nothing.
I mean, really, it's not going to affect us this way or that. That's an issue you got to deal with.
I bet her homegirls group chat is.
But
old ass Bill had to give him his diabetes medicine today.
To end on a nicer note,
but I mean, nothing against diabetes.
We don't end on this. So end on a nicer note. Feeling about 5 minutes. Ain't gonna go on no bad note. Another post out the Shade Room. Appreciate their coverage of everything. They did have a little debate post, so might well go something nice. They said for black sitcoms or 90s sitcoms, their Mount Rushmore is Fresh Prince, Martin, Living Single, The Jamie Foxx Show. Agree or disagree? And if you disagree, who would you put up there? I already know. But
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Sunkiss, first crack at it. You agree or disagree?
I feel like there's some shows missing from here that can easily replace.
Well, it's Mount Rushmore, so you only get 4.
Easily replaces what I was saying. Are we done?
No, not hardly. Hello, first time meeting. I'll let you continue though.
Let's see for sitcoms, because let's just list what's not up here.
There's a lot of 90s sitcoms.
I was gonna say there's a lot.
Yeah, which one is going to replace and Living Single?
How about you just give us the 4 that you would put on yours?
I like 3 of these, and Living Single, I think there's something out there that's better than that. I just don't know. I can't put my finger on it right now.
We'll let Sunkiss.
Yeah, I'm gonna think on that.
Huh?
She's a woman. She's indecisive. She's not ready.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about being indecisive. It just takes time to make a decision. That doesn't make me
no problem. Afro comedy, since you have
Shannon Sharpe.
All right. Scrap this shit, yo. I'm going fucking the Wayans brothers.
Okay.
I'm going fucking and this might just be me. I fucks with Urkel the long way. Going Family Matters. Then I was a Full House Negro, so I gotta put Full House up there. Used to watch Full House when it came on Nick at Night every fucking night. And then I think for the last one, and this is sort of the unsung hero, I feel like a lot of people would miss it. And just so I go equal parts black and white like myself, I gotta go Home Improvement, yo. Tim Allen, funny as shit, yo. But yeah.
A Mount Rushmore? I don't know about
that. No, on the Mount Rushmore, it's just the nigga on the other side of the fence. They just put the fence up in that fucking spot. Because that nigga was I take that back. No, take out fucking Home Improvement, put in Boy Meets World, but you got to put Mr. Feeney as the head up there. So yeah.
Like it's a general Mount Rushmore for 90s sitcoms, but the way they kind of lead you to
make it black,
everything is black, right? That's
make it black. Make it
black. That's why half of mine was white.
Damn.
This motherfucker want to put Wonder Years on here.
That's crazy. Wonder Years is wild.
I don't mind going. I give some time.
You old as hell, Joe.
I don't mind going. If I had to put one Mount Rushmore on here, I agree with Fresh Prince.
If I sang out of
Fresh Prince would stay there. I get rid of everything else. Fresh Prince.
Would you stand up and walk out on me? All right, my bad.
I do like the one you use, but Fresh Prince would stay. Family Matters should be there because I think Steve Urkel is just too good. If I have to have a representation that's not a black African American one or a black one, it would probably be Seinfeld. Just to be fair,
really,
Seinfeld or Friends, whichever one you want
to have. More
you
of
George Costanza fan ass.
No, I'm not gonna deny it. Those 2 sitcoms are probably like the most popular sitcoms that are African Americans. Like it's either Seinfeld or Friends, whichever one you want to put up there. The last one, look, you might be mad at me. I put Cosby Show. I'm not gonna act like it wasn't.
Wait, so you would replace
That's not 90s.
Single
That's not
with
90s.
Friends after the controversy that has
I say if it wasn't like all African American ones, is what I would say. Now, if it's all African American ones,
yeah,
Living Single is fair. I think that's a fair one to put. I'm not mad at that one, but Jamie Foxx would not be on there at all. I don't think there's no way you can put Jamie Foxx above some of the other ones. I think they're just more iconic, like over Family Matters or Cosby Show or something. Jamie Foxx, I like it, probably better than a couple of those, but I don't think it's more iconic than the other ones. I just don't like Cosby Show. No, there's no way. Or
you know what? I would actually take A Different World over Cosby Show.
A Different World, maybe. Like I'm just saying, like Jamie, as much as I love that show, I don't think it's more iconic than a bunch of other African American shows. I'm just purely putting
for it to be on Mount Rushmore.
And Martin, there's just no way. I'm sorry. You talking to somebody that don't even like Martin, like the show. I don't like it that much. So no, absolutely not.
Yeah, Martin's not good. Pam was funny shit though. Pam was top tier.
Pam and Tommy were they're probably my two favorite characters on the show. But,
yeah.
Kenan and Kel getting no love just because they was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, but I don't think that count. I don't think they really fit the category of like
situational comedy. It's not situational comedy.
No, it's more of a kids show.
This might even be a hot take for you. Kenan and Kel, I would argue, wouldn't even be on a Mount Rushmore of Nickelodeon.
Wow.
No, I agree. Because we act.
Okay, so does all that? How about all that?
I don't even know if they were
all that. You can make an argument. You can make an argument for all that.
How about all that?
All that sort of started the wave of their whole in-person show dealio.
Because honestly speaking, the only thing I remember about Kenan and Kel is how much
Kel loved orange soda.
That's it. I don't remember episodes like that for Kenan and Kel.
Let me throw two more names.
I'm talking about their sitcoms on Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon got sitcoms.
Okay, let me throw out two.
They do.
The Wayans brothers, and also the Parkers.
Well, I already put them on mine.
But the Parker is the Parkers not funny? Was that not?
That's 2000s, not 90s.
Is that 2000s?
Yeah, that was 2000.
That was 1999, bro.
I mean, you can.
Look, I think it was like 2000 though. But if it was 99,
Moesha don't get no love.
Nah, she doesn't.
No.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh, maybe Taj Mowry. Taj Mowry was a funny ass little kid, yo. What about Sister, yo?
Shout out to Sister.
I mean, there were a ton of sitcoms in the house before LL. Like,
hey man, shout out to In the House. In the House was funny. In the House was good.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember that shit.
Oh, you wouldn't.
I was gonna say I was too young for that.
Like you would have to stay home sick from school to see that one, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't going down.
Yeah. Are you ready, Mr. Suck His Wife?
Okay.
Hell no.
No, this is gonna be a struggle for me. I'm not even gonna.
Of course. Not because you're indecisive though, right?
And not because she's a woman either.
Again, so Fresh Prince will stay up there. I'll take A Different World up there.
Damn, you could have just said you was cool with it.
White, I would have to go with Tommy. I think he said Friends, didn't he?
No, I said no. He said Friends. I said Full House, yo. I said Full House.
I said Friends of Seinfeld.
I was keeping it black,
Friends.
But yeah, family.
Okay, so Monterey said Friends. I could go with Friends. As much as I love Living Single, I remember more shit from Friends. It is what it is. And for number 4, I can't see the Jamie Foxx show because I don't remember a lot of that either. I
remember Fancy.
Oh, we remember Fancy.
Fancy was pretty. Fancy was a baddie, but
that's about all I remember from Jamie Foxx. If I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Man, he was actually funny. This was actually funny, man. Jamie Foxx was actually funny.
You know what? I'll go Family Matters too. So Friends, Family Matters, Prince, and A Different World.
Eddie being dumb.
I'm
not mad. No, actually, I like all your lists. All those lists go.
For sure. Not mad at him. That's gonna be it, Sunkiss. Where can they find you?
Okay. So, Damn. I didn't expect that. I'm sorry.
She wasn't ready.
I wasn't, and they mine. So for Facebook, it will be
Gravity.
Asian work. Everywhere else, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, that thing formerly known as Twitter, it will be Sunkissed_waifu. If you catch me here on Make It Make Sense, the podcast on Saturdays, most of the time it will say Sunkissed Waifu. Occasionally it will say Pinky Waifu. That is still me. My nemesis likes to change shit sometimes. But other than that, you can catch me Sundays 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for Waifu Views with Ebony Moonbeam and Ashara of Honey. Love her. And I think we have a show coming up tomorrow. Can't give away details. Y'all find out when you tune in. So, me and the girl say bye.
My lord. Unico Williams? Unless you about to fuse into the screen after that. Boy, I gotta give him a drink of water. Like, hold up.
Thirsty ass nigga.
Yeah.
Akira. I mean, Boma. Unico Williams on X, YouTube, everything. Do you hear me with Unico Williams? That's the show. Unico Williams. I'm like sideways. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't do it. Oh, that's how it's supposed to be the whole show. My bad. Also, man, we're playing Assassin's Creed on Overall 99 Gaming. We're playing on my Twitch, and we're playing it on my Facebook, Unico Joe Jones Williams on Facebook. That's my page. That's not my personal page. That's just my character page. So all the things I put on there are just about my character. That's not the true me. If you want to know the true me, DM me. But yeah, definitely hanging out with these guys whenever I get the opportunity. And I have on my what's the movie called? Sinners. My Sinners glasses when my boy's old stat came back. These are my stat glasses.
No
from Sinners. These are my stat glasses. And I'm going to go see that movie again tomorrow. I don't care. That movie was amazing. Thank you.
And of course, the scumbag himself, the Afro comic from Bikini Bottom.
That's a fact. You can find me at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. You can catch me Wednesdays on the Blurred Cartel's Top 10 Everything, where we just did a rousing top 10 list of the WWE superstars. A lot of arguing, a lot of names being called, You can also catch me on Thursdays on Casual Conversations, having casual conversations with Ebony Moonbeam and Zelmay. We just also talked about Shannon Sharpe as well as Kanye sucking off his cousin and a couple of other incestuous stories amongst other things. You can catch me Fridays on Friday Night You're talking wrestling with the amazing Spider Cam. You can now also catch me on Blurred.com doing breakdowns for all of the wrestling shows, SmackDown, Dynamite, and Raw. You know the vibe, something flagrant, something inflammatory.
And of course, the host Monterey Hudson, everywhere it says Monterey Hudson, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, as it still exists, and of course, on Make It Make Sense, the podcast here on YouTube and on Facebook here every Saturday. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you appreciate all of the content that you're watching, ignore the Pinky Waifu over there. She will accept free. She will accept
over there juggling chi-chis.
Hey, to be fair, I was not tempted.
Temptated is crazy. Just say she got some nice titties and keep it moving, dog. Dang.
I cannot say that I'm not Unc. I am not Unc. I'm nobody's Unc.
Otherwise,
I'd like to choke the shit out of you.
I choked the shit out that bitch.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, send her that.